Alright, my friends, we need to get serious about Bitcoin. So I typed in Bitcoin pumpers on YouTube, and a whole gamut of YouTubers talking about technical analysis, talking about trends, like they know what they're talking about, in my opinion. They are a dime a dozen. Bitcoin pumpers on YouTube, in my opinion, are a dime a dozen. Anyway, before I digress, let's get serious, my friends. If you are a hodler, if you are into Bitcoin and you're trading cryptos and you're holding on for dear life, let's get serious about something. It's time to get serious. In my opinion, the only being that knows the future of Bitcoin and knows the past of Bitcoin and the presence of Bitcoin is Jesus. Jesus is the Alpha and the Omega. Only He knows the future, only He knows the past, and He knows the presence. If Jesus wants you to be rich off of cryptos, He will bless you with wealth beyond your imagination. If He wants you to be poor, then He will do likewise. So you can sit there with your charts and your moving averages and your trends, and you can sit there and pretend like the Bitcoin pumpers that you know what you're talking about. You know, you could pretend. Pretending is fun. When I was a kid, I used to pretend I was Batman, right? I used to pretend, my best friend was like Superman. It's fun to pretend, but in reality, in my opinion, only Jesus knows the past, the present, and the future. If He wants you to be rich, He will bless you. If He doesn't want you to be rich, He won't bless you. If He wants Bitcoin to go to 1 million per Bitcoin, then He will will it. It's all in His will. If He wills it, it will be done. If He doesn't will it, it won't be done. So you can sit there with your chart, your trend patterns, all this nonsense. God, Jesus is in control. You're not in control of the price action. Only Jesus is. So stop pretending you are in control when you're not. Jesus, like I said, in my opinion, only Jesus knows. If you are destined to be wealthy, you will be destined to be wealthy. If you are destined to be poor and not wealthy, then that's your destiny. Okay? You're not in control of your destiny. Jesus is. So stop pretending you know. But since we're talking like technical analysis here, let me throw in my 2 cents of technical analysis, man. Alright, so let's say hypothetically, let's say Bitcoin cannot hold this trend line right here. Okay, let's pretend this is a support line for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin at the current action, 61,000 and change, can hold this 2-line segment here, if it can hold this area, hypothetically, let's say the support line is at that 60,000 range. Let's say it can't hold the 60,000 range, and it gets discombobulated. Where do you think it's going to go? It might go down to this level here. And this is the 50,000 range. And let's say it can't hold the 50,000 range support. It starts to discombobulate further. And let's say it goes down to this level right here, which is the 42,000 range. And let's say it can't hold 42,000. And it goes back down to this level here, which is the 39,000 range. Let's say it can't hold that. Let's say in a worst case scenario, Bitcoin continues to discombobulate and discombobulate and discombobulate. Let's say hypothetically it will retrace back down to this Fibonacci level here at the 16,000 range. Is that possible? Yeah, that could be possible. It could be possible. It's completely possible that Bitcoin cannot hold any of these Fibonacci levels of support and resistance, right? Very possible Bitcoin can't hold that 60,000 range, and it breaks down further and further and further and further, and then it will totally discombobulate and retrace all the way back down to like 15,000 range. That's possible too. But you know what? None of that matters. None of these trend lines and these Fibonacci lines matter. None of it matters, because only Jesus is in control of Bitcoin. Not you, not your Fibonacci, not your retracement lines, not your support and resistance lines. You could pretend you are in control, but you're not in control. Jesus is. And like I said, to recap, if Jesus wants to bless you with Bitcoins and make you wealthy, he will. If he wills it for you, it shall be done. If he doesn't, then it won't be done. So stop pretending you know all of the trends. Stop pretending you know what you're talking about. Stop pretending you're the technical analyst expert guy, because only Jesus is in control, not you. So yeah, in summary, these are my price targets, hypothetically. Right? If it can't hold 60, it's going to discombobulate. If it can't hold 60 and it breaks 50, it's going to discombobulate. If it can't hold 50, it'll go down to that 42 range. And if it can't hold 42, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And it will retrace all the way back down to the Fibonacci level at this price range here. Okay? So that's my 2 cents worth of Fibonacci's and technical analysis. But of course, my friends, being that this is my shticklich, what do we have to do? We have to do the disclaimer, right? Disclaimer! This video presentation is for entertainment and educational purposes only. It is not investment advice. Consult your licensed, certified financial advisor, financial planner, stockbroker, registered with the FINRA, SEC, and SIPC for all of your investment and consultation advice. Always remember, past performance is no guarantee of a future result, so therefore nothing herein discussed is etched in stone and is subject to change with market forces and volatility. Thank you. So that's my spiel. Okay? And, yeah. Stop pretending you know, when only, in my opinion, Jesus is in control, not you. You're not in control. Jesus is.